Hi everyone, welcome to Becky's Crafts and Goodies. Today we are going to do a little DIY using these ivory rose petals, and these came from Poundland. I picked them up a few weeks ago and wanted to do a little DIY craft with them. Now I picked up one of these glasses. Now you can pick up any kind of glass, tumbler, it can be like a votive holder, anything like that. I just thought this was really pretty, and it's got a really nice shape to it. So look around in any secondhand stores, thrift stores, that sort of thing. When you're in supermarkets, see if you can find something the shape that you like. But as I say, secondhand shops have all sorts of different wonderfully shaped glasses and trinkets really. So we're going to use that to start with. We're also going to use the glue gun. So I've got mine on now and it's all heated up, ready to go. So first of all, we're going to put some of these rose petals on the bottom of the glass. And we're going to start from here and we're going to work up and sort of layer them as maybe a flower would be really. You do get quite a few. And you can obviously buy rose petals in all sorts of different colours. I nearly said flavours then, but... So I'll just take a few out of the packet here to start with. And then we're going to turn the glass over and make a start on putting the petals underneath. So obviously the petal curves in like that, and we're going to do it so it follows the glass the way it naturally wants to go. So you get yourself some of your hot glue, put a splodge on the end, and then make a start on the bottom like that. And then what we're going to do is to work all the way around doing exactly the same thing. So I'm just going to carry on here. Now it may work better if you start higher up and then kind of go down, but I'm just going to sort of fit them in and hope that it works to go this way round. But we can, if we ever do it again, we can do the top part first if we need to. And these seem to be adhering quite easily actually. And some of these are stuck together, so you just have to free them out. Now what I'm going to do is to do another layer. In there I'm going to stick another one in between. So you can see I've got that kind of effect where there's two there and one in the middle. And we can just add more as we go round. And what I am going to do is to put another layer around the bottom, I think. We don't want loads on, but you kind of want that nice sort of petal flower effect. So I'm just pulling those back and then sticking them on. It's actually worked quite well doing the middle row first because it gives you a bit of a guide to work from. And then I'll just do this last one. And then what I might do, you see how pretty that looks? It looks nice inside as well. Now I could put another layer on the bottom like that, which I might do. So if you can see there, the bottom layer. So I started with the middle one, and then I think I'm going to just add another layer around the bottom as well. So again, we're going to go in between these. So we've got one on the top and the bottom. And this is quite cheap. Most of these items you could pick up in Poundland, and look out and see what jars they have, because they often have lots of glass jars and stuff in there that you could decorate. They also sell ribbon. Home Bargains is a good place too to get a lot of these supplies. Now this would also be really good for maybe a wedding table centerpiece. I'm going to be kind of using mine as a Valentine theme. But as I say, a wedding, an anniversary, a birthday, this would be fantastic for that. And then I'll just do this last little bit here. See, it's quite a quick craft as well, so you do get the finished look quite quickly. Just making sure they're stuck, and if they're not kind of stuck on enough, what you can do, because as I lift it up, this kind of comes down probably a bit too much, so I'm just going to go in again and stick a bit more glue and push it up a little bit. I'm quite glad I did the middle one first, actually. I wasn't sure where to start, but it's definitely helped with the arranging. Now these are withstanding quite a lot of glue and movement, and they're sticking quite well so far, so do that bit there. And then just keep that bent round. That's that stage complete. So I'll just pop these other petals to one side, and we're going to decorate the stem because this is natural glass, so it's got a stem on it. You don't have to have a glass stem on. If you had sort of like a votive holder or something like that was flat, you could kind of just go like that around the edge and, you know, not worry about the bottom part. And for the stem, I'm going to use this ribbon. So we're going to start at the bottom and put a splodge of glue. Then get the ribbon and we're going to wrap it around the stem, and as we go round, I'm just going to pop some bits of glue just to keep it in place. So that's the first go round, and then just start and wrap it upwards, and as you go put a tiny bit more glue and wind it round. And then just stick the end part down. So I'm just going to let that cool a little bit, and then we'll do the next step. So the glass has now dried, all the glue is now dried on the glass, and that's what it looks like. I've just lowered the camera down a little bit so you can see it from the side. Now I've decided to put some of this lace around the middle of the glass, and what I'm going to have to do is to pull these petals back just so I can get the lace down as far as possible. So I probably would recommend putting the lace on before if you wanted to do this. I can find the end there. I'll have that as the back, and I'm just going to get some glue and dab a piece of glue there and just hold this down as far as you can kind of get it, and then we'll just hide that underneath the petals. I'll just reach over and grab some more glue sticks, reload the glue gun, and then work it round and make sure the bottom part is stuck down, and then I can make sure the top's sort of neat. But as you can see, it doesn't matter too much if you don't do this part first. I did have it as an idea, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to kind of do it, so But I do think it looks quite pretty with the lace around the top. And then when you get to this part, I'm just going to cut that extra bit off there, get rid of that. And then just snip that. And then we just need to glue that together. So it is quite simple to do, but I just think lace looks quite pretty against glass anyway, so just stick that down there. Just getting rid of the bits of glue, because you get some stray bits of glue when you use a glue gun. And there we go. I think that looks super, super pretty. So what we're going to do is to make it into like a little bit of a table decoration. And in Poundland, they sometimes have these little mirrors, and they're like a round disc. You have to look for them. They're kind of generally sometimes sort of hidden. And we're just going to pop our glass in the centre like that. So I'm just going to move the camera up a little bit. There we go. Just move these out of the way. And then what we're going to do is to pour some of these like crystally beads. Now these came from Home Bargains, and they have these generally most of the time. They're from the wedding section. So we're just going to put some of these inside of the glass, and you obviously need to put enough in because we've just put the lace around, so we need to be able to see the beads. Now we're going to put a candle in here, and you can buy some little tea lights. I wouldn't recommend using real lights for the safety aspect, but you can buy the little tea lights like this. Now ideally I wouldn't use a gold one, but I haven't got any other colours. But I also thought it would look nice if you had a real candle but didn't light it. This is too big, so this would be perfect. If this was a little bit smaller, this kind of colour and style would be perfect. But I'm going to put this in and show you how that it's too big. But can you see that that colour would look quite nice if it was a smaller candle? So maybe like a votive size or something you could put in there, but I wouldn't recommend lighting it. But this sort of thing, these little tea lights, that I think would sit quite nice. And you can get cream tea lights as well. So with that, what we're also going to do is to decorate the tray, and I'm just going to sprinkle a few of these tiny little crystally beads around the mirror, because I think they look really, really pretty. And then also sprinkle some of the petals too. And I think that would make a really, really, really pretty Valentine or wedding table centerpiece. And as you can see, that took no time at all, and it was really inexpensive to make. So thank you all for watching. I hope you're okay, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.